Welcome to another edition of Balance Over Perfect. My name is Kim Kelsey Korski, and I am your fun-loving and energy freak host. So, speaking of energy, that's what I'm going to talk about today. That is the number one thing I hear from people is, oh my God, how do you have so much energy? How can I take some of it? How can I bottle that up and give it to me on my bad days? And it's funny because it is something that I have always had, even in my low times, where I wasn't feeling sure about myself. I've always exuded that energy. And it's because I'm a lover of life. I want to be able to exude happiness. I want to be able to exude just that life into me. And I know that sounds a little repetitive, but that's what it is. And so when I think about how can I help others with generating energy, I'm not going to give you, my pre-workout drink or or something to just mask it, so to speak, but I'm going to give you some real things that you can take in today. Because I believe these 4 things that I'm going to share with you is honestly overlooked. And it could be something where it's like, yeah, Kim, I got it. But do you got it? Are you doing it? And especially if you are complaining that you don't have energy, and putting it to other excuses. So, for example, we're in the winter right now, and it's very real. Seasonal depression is very, very real. It's very present. But what are we going to do? Especially if you're living on the East Coast, you are getting, from November to now, like the end of March, beginning of April, that's a long time to go without feeling the energy, without feeling that life. So these are tips that I just live by. And it's not like I have this perfect, but it is something where I find my balance on the days that I can't generate that energy. But there's something that I took from my great friend Nicole today, is that she is, if you think I have energy, meet my friend Nicole. She is an Energizer bunny, and it's legit. She's not faking it. It's just natural love for life. And she was going through a hard time, and she shared that today with her social media. And what I loved about her is that she said, I don't like to put it on others. And so you may be surprised that when you hear that, if you know Nicole and know me, that it's like, wait, you have bad days? What are you talking about? You don't have a lot of energy some days? And it's like, yeah, we're human, 1, but 2, I don't ever exude that on someone. I don't get on a call. I don't get on a video. I don't get in person and just exude, ugh. Even when my appendix ruptured almost a year and a half ago, I was not, ugh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was doing a lot of coffee and pre-workout drinks, but still, I was not exuding that on other people. So keep that in the framework too, of if you're on the road of gaining a better, self-confidence with yourself and just really how you have your interactions. And so when I think about energy, I think my first mind goes to food. And I'm not going to be like, oh, you got to eat clean. It's awesome. No, I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you actual solid foods that you should be eating to exude that energy. And so right now I'm going through a cleanse. It's a 21-day cleanse. And this is my second year that I'm doing it. I'm going to make it a yearly thing because I feel great. I mean, I don't feel deprived. I feel energized, literally, no pun intended, but I just feel alive. I feel that my energy level is natural. It's not coming from coffee or my pre-workouts, anything other than that. I'm not even doing high intensity workouts, so it's not coming from that. So it has a lot to do with the food. So this morning I had to have 3 cups of fruit. And, it's funny because like normal, take a cup of coffee, have some oatmeal, whatever it may be. And those kind of foods, is really important in the morning time to be super strategic. So I had 3 cups of fruit. And afterwards, I definitely didn't need a cup of coffee. I didn't feel like I needed to go sweat it out to release any, endorphin high. I felt good. I was energized. And because it has those natural sugars. And so when we think about the caffeine and we think about the sugars that we're putting into our body, we can start replacing it with these kind of foods. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, especially if you are addicted to caffeine or addicted to sugar. But it's one of those things where if we start to take maybe Monday and maybe Thursday, maybe Sunday, and we start to have these different kind of breakfasts going on where you're really starting to fuel your body. Same thing with oatmeal. And I'm just going to talk about breakfast right now because this is all about energy, but I'm not going to put all on food. But oatmeal, those are good carbs. They are great for us to be able to feel like we're fueling, feel like we're energized, and we're not weighed down. And that brings me to my last piece is, so this cleanse, you go no meat, probably about 2.5 weeks of it. So it's 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks of it. They transition you out. And what I'm seeing is that, our body has to take so much energy to break down meat. Granted, I'm not going to not have meat after this. I do enjoy meat. But like I said with the fruits, why don't we go a meatless Monday? Make it super themey, make it exciting, and just see how your body starts to react where it's not working so hard to break it down. And so you're eating more of those raw vegetables, your good carbs, your fruits, your healthy fats, and you're doing like maybe some, eggs in place, some chickpeas in place to get a little bit more protein going on. And so my point is that our bodies have a lot to do. Our energy is exuded from that food, because if our bodies is breaking down all the stuff that we've eaten for the day, so the cheesesteaks, the sodas, the endless cakes, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's something where we are not giving ourselves the best shot. And so if we're not giving ourselves the best shot at our, our energy level, we got to think about where our food's going. So think about how your body has to break that down. And that's a direct reflection of how your energy is. And then I was talking to a dear friend today, and she said to me, what do I have to do to boost my serotonin level? What exercise? And I thought this was so interesting because I actually lack serotonin, which is, the level that, is that you can release through connection. And so it's a chemical, like, how you have endorphin high, it's serotonin. And that if you have that seasonal depression, or you go through times that you have those highs and those lows, you may have a low serotonin level. And it was interesting when I found this out about a year ago, and how I'm able to work with it on a natural level, in the sense that if serotonin means that you can release it through connection, and you want to work out, you want to get in shape, you want to feel amazing, you want to feel energized, then let's go to a group workout. And I recommended that to her. I was like, why don't we go to a group workout together? I love doing my at-home workouts. It makes literally life so much easier because it's right there. I'm doing yoga right now at home, but there is a time where it's good to get out. It's good to get out and be in that environment and be able to get that connection piece. And so not only are you having that endorphin high, but you're also having that serotonin release where you're now having that connection piece, and that connection exudes energy. Just like your endorphin high will exude that energy, so your serotonin level, and you'll want to feel fueled. You want to keep on going. And I thought that was just so overlooked. And when I told her that, I was like, whoa, more people need to know that. And why I'm just like doing a little pause right here is because I was talking to her about it, and I was going away with work, and I was like, I really want to I want to share something with someone, but I don't know what to share right now. I always want to bring you guys value. I know I've said that a million times. And my Yogi tea, so prestigious, Yogi tea. If you have not heard of Yogi tea, it's amazing. It has inspirational quotes, and they have great teas out there. My all-time favorite is the green tea kombucha. It's so good. But it said, not sharing, not caring. And that just sent a chemical release to Kim. Go to your serotonin. Go connect with people. Go connect with people behind your podcast, because that's caring. And so if I'm not sharing, I'm not caring. And so if you are feeling low energy, start sharing with others. Share with someone on social media. Share with a spouse. Share with your friends. Because right now, if you're not sharing, you're not caring. You're not caring about your energy level. You're not caring. For me, it's not, I don't care about you guys. And it's funny when you put it down like that, but these are the great chemical releases that we can start to have. And then our mindset, and I'm talking about the chemicals that's going on within our body, but also our mindset of how we fuel it with just words. So I have affirmations up on my 3rd floor, which I am right now, because my dogs were barking, and I haven't been up here a lot because it's not that warm. I don't have the heat is not up here. I have an external heater and everything. But the point is I haven't been up here a lot, and this is where my workspace is and my safe haven, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's my little cove. And I have affirmations that I would read every morning. So, the solid human being would probably be like, hey, Kim, bring those affirmations down to your work area. But hey, I haven't, and it's been since November. And so I'm staring at them right now. And these are the things that I said over and over and over to myself, that every time I said it, I felt better. I felt energized because it reminded me of why I wrote it. So, right, just to give you an example, I have, you are more than enough. The world needs more positivity. Can I get an amen for that? I believe in my abilities to figure it out, especially, oh my gosh, everything is figure outable, guys. Everything is figure outable. Anything. So next one, failing is a part of the process. I am not the exception. I love that piece because when we think about reaching our goals and our dreams and our aspirations and our desires and our wants, we don't think about the failing. We don't see that, and that's where I think there's always this misconception that this smiley, happy, excited girl never goes through failures. I think I go through more failures in a day than I'd like, but it makes me excited to even come on the other side because I'm always learning. And then my last one, I have a ton here, and I'll share this on my Kim Kelsey Gorski page so you can go see it, but celebrate daily. Woohoo. Said that on there. I wrote that. But I laughed about it because why did I write that? It's because I want to celebrate life. I didn't always celebrate life. Why am I talking about failing as part of the process? Because I never wanted to fail. I was an undercover, incognito perfectionist. And I believe in my abilities to figure it out because there was once upon a time that I did not think sister was smart. I did not think I was smart. I didn't think I could do this. I didn't think I could do anything, let alone a podcast. And then the world needs more positivity is because I know if I can show up and you can show up every day with a positive mindset, not thinking that you are naive to the world, but you are showing up with that mindset. You're like, hey, I know everything's not perfect in this world, but I'm going to show up positive. And then you are more than enough is because, does that not dig you when you say, I am not enough? I am not pretty. I am not good enough. It just digs me. And so when I think about when I went to you are enough, you originally said you are enough. And I'm like, no, you are more than enough because you are enough. That's mediocre, guys. That's still playing that victim role. So you are more than enough. And it just excites me. So thinking about that when we really level down to our mindset. And then my last thing, and this is something that I highly recommend all of them, but I really recommend this one because for someone that is reflective and someone that struggles with energy or you don't think you're enough, go out into nature. Go out into nature. So I've done this twice in the last 2 months. I've gone out into nature and I've just sat and I'm like, why am I not doing this first off every day? But 2, why am I doing it? So I go out there. I'll go out, sit outside for about between 15 and 30 minutes. But what I'll do is I'll find something in nature that I connect with. So it could be a tree, could be, I was like near a lake recently, or an ocean. Geography is not my strong suit, but I was out in nature, out with the sun, out with the breeze, out with anything, even if it's snowing where you are. Get out there and focus on something and just sit there. And I know for people that are go, 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 very much like me, do not give me the excuse because sister can get down too. I can put down and I can actually sit down and listen to this. And so I'll go out and I'll just don't even just focus on something. You're like, I'm just going to focus on this because that's what she told me to do. No, feel it and just sit there. And if you want to read a book, if you want to start writing, so I'm in the process of writing a book right now. So all I'm doing is writing, just to see what, comes up and see how you feel. Journal it. I can tell you how I felt, but seeing how you feel is going to be the real test, because what it's going to do also is that you're getting that fresh air that a lot of us don't get in. If you're in a 9 to 5, I work from home. Sometimes I don't see I have actually, I'm going to be very honest with you right now. I have not been in my car for about 4 days, so I have not been outside that much. So I'm going to go out into nature today, and tomorrow I'm going to work outside the house, because that's what sometimes it happens. Life gets out of the way, but guess what? We can regroup, because it isn't perfect. We are trying to find that balance in every aspect of our life, and that's where we're going to come there. So I'd love for you guys to try these out and let me know how it goes. When we think about our energy, go through those 4 categories. How's your food? How's the chemical release going? How's your mindset? What are you fueling that with? And are you going out into nature? And then we can really see where the energy is not coming from and really see where the energy is going towards. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And like anything else, life is not perfect. And we go through it in strides and strides and strides. And you're just trying to do your best each day. So I hope this podcast today gave you grace for yesterday, peace for today, and a plan for tomorrow. Bye, guys.